What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another player rating show here on Back of the Net. And breathe. It was a roller coaster that turned out to be rather delightful in the end after a really sloppy first half. We were 2-0 down to top the league and it didn't look good, but the gaffer got into them at half time and things changed in the second half and our quality prevailed in the end. So, all happy by the end. Obviously things to work on. It was a game that we were brilliant in the second half, but really below par in the first, which we probably said quite a lot of already this season. But all positive. We got the win, 4 goals, couple for Dom, all good. And on to the ratings, and we've got a guest with us today, and you might all know Owen Tovey from the Free For Alls and on the AFCB podcast a lot. Well, I've gone one better because I've got his son Owen on with me today. You all right, Owen? Do you enjoy the game, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. It was a very good game.
Got there in the end, didn't we, mate?
Yeah.
It was difficult. I'll let you start, and we'll get on to obviously the keeper, Asmir Begovic. What did you rate of Begovic's performance today? Because he didn't have, apart from the goals, obviously he did give away the penalty, and then he made one brilliant save in the second half that I remember. But what did you think about Begovic's performance?
I think that he was alright. He conceded the 2 goals and, like you said, gave away the pen at the start. But other than that, he was actually quite decent, and then made the good save at 3-2. Pretty much just had a good average game, to be honest. I gave him a 7 out of 10.
I think that's fair, mate. Yeah, I think that's fair. I agree with you on that. We'll give Begovic a 7. Like you say, he did give away the penalty, which was a little bit, it wasn't all his fault. Defence probably should have done better in front of him. But I thought he made that one save in the second half. So all in all, pretty standard. And then we'll go into, obviously it was the back 4 this time that he kept with. And just to find his name, on the right-hand side was Jack Stacey against his former club. What did you make of Stacey at right back?
He had a good, decent game. He made some good runs down the line with Brooks, sometimes with Stanislas when he came wide. His crossing was a bit off today, could have done a little bit better, and kept most of the game kept their left winger out of the game.
Yeah, I
gave him a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think Jack's had better games. But having said that, he wasn't poor. I think he rarely is. And he did take a bit of a knock in that first half, which I wonder potentially would have affected him a little bit. He did take a bit of a bruise in the first half. Centre halves, one of them, our captain back, Steve Cook. What did you make of Cookie at the back today?
Very poor for the first goal. I kind of think that maybe Sheffield Wednesday game just went through him. So he put in the no challenge. But he kept us motivated because, as a captain, and then we fought through to go and win the game. So I gave him a 7 out of 10. Yeah,
once again, I'd probably agree with you there, mate. It was, like you say, for the first goal, I wasn't impressed with Cookie. Normally, I would back him to get rid of that, to be fair. And I think it was probably just as much his fault as it was Begovic's, to be honest. But like you say, he always shows them leadership qualities and still done a job. What about his partner, who actually, quite interesting one, Lloyd Kelly, because obviously first half, he was next to Cookie, but in the second half he went to left back and he got a good assisting for Dom's goal. What did you make of Lloyd?
So he kind of looks very shaky at the start. What do you call it? In the first half, but then in the second half when he moved to left back, he just looked so much more comfortable and better. He got the good assist. But so in the first half with Steve Cook, he just he felt too slow, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I gave him a 7 out of 10 because he got himself back from the second half.
Yeah, I think that's fair because, like you say, he definitely improved in the second half, and it's something I thought Jason might do at some point this season because obviously Mepham's a good player who we'll come on to, and obviously Steve Cook's always going to be in there. And I thought Lloyd Kelly, naturally when he was at Bristol City, he was playing left back a lot, and I think he plays there for the England under-21s quite a bit. And I think we saw in the second half he can be a good option there, and I wonder if we might go like that on Tuesday potentially. We'll see, because he was better there today, I thought. This is going to be an interesting one, mate. Pulled off at half-time, Diego Rico. I think he's been good for us this season when he's played, but it wasn't a good one today, was it?
No, he was just very poor tackling, especially in the first 25. He just was going in for random challenges, he kind of just wasn't really thinking about it, to be honest. And he was at fault for the second goal, so he was subbed off. And so for the second goal, he got subbed off at half time. So he was very poor though. So I gave him a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, you can't. It's like I say, I quite like Diego, but it just was one of them games for him. He, like you said, I can believe he got away with not getting a yellow card because I counted about at least 3 poor tackles. Yeah. Then when he got the ball, he just seemed to lump it forward without much thought. Then, like you say, he lost the marker for the goal. He was just having one of them halves. But fair play to Jason. He just went, you know what, you're having one of them games, mate, and just pulled him off. And I think he'll recover from that. He's recovered from bad performances when he first came here. But yeah, bad one for Diego. Jefferson Lerma, one of the men in the middle today. I was surprised he started, actually, being away. Bit rusty at times, maybe, but I love Jeff. So what did you think of him?
He just provided his standard like he does every week when he plays. Maybe put in a few kind of rough challenges, but overall he was just a good player in midfield that we always have each week. So I gave him a 7.
Yeah, no, I reiterate everything you said there. It wasn't like one of his unbelievable performances, but he never lets you down. And I think you said it then. It was just kind of a standard Jefferson Lerma performance. Just comes in, puts a shift in, makes some good tackles, bursts forward, all heart. And yeah, I'm always pleased with Jeff. But what about his partner who finally got his first goal for the club? I was absolutely chuffed for him. And I mean, if you're going to wait that long for a goal, at least pull out a rocket like that. What a strike. But in general, be interested to see what you thought. I thought Lewis was superb today.
Yeah, it was just played even better than Lerma, so that's just proving that we've got a good midfield. So then there's other players on the bench struggling to get into that team. Yeah. Best player on the pitch pretty much the entire game. His passing and aggression and the goal were just all amazing. Kept up on top, didn't stop running, and I gave him a 9 out of 10. Yeah,
definitely, mate. 100% agree. I think I said it whenever, I think it was after the Birmingham game. I said that I just feel like with Lewis at the moment, he's getting better and better with every performance. It's like he's had them injury problems, but the more and more he's playing, I think you're seeing more what we know he can bring. So I was absolutely chuffed for him today. Probably player that played just in front of them for the majority was Junior Stanislas. Had a decent attempt in the first half with a free kick, but what did you make with Junior on the whole?
His passing was a little bit off. It seemed like he kind of drifted into David Brooks' area a little bit. Quite often, like I said, he's made a few good passes with Jack Stacey, had the good chance for the free kick. Just overall pretty much average, and then came off near the end. So I gave him a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I would have probably said 6 or 7 to be fair. I think we know what quality Junior has and he works hard, but sometimes I feel like he's really hot and cold in games. Sometimes he can go missing. Yeah, go on. Especially
with those injuries that he's been had in the past few times.
Yeah, it probably potentially makes him struggle to be full pelt for 90 minutes. But yeah, sometimes I think, I haven't seen Junior for 20 minutes. Do you know what I mean? He seems to hide a little bit, but he can provide a bit of magic if you need him to. But one that provided, I think this Brooksy got man of the match on the telly actually on Sky. But yeah, great to see Brooksy playing. I think he managed to nearly get 90 minutes as well. He played for the majority right to the end, and it's great to have him back in it. What did you think of Brooksy on the whole?
He was just a great player. He most of the time I'd pickpocketed space, and you just see him by himself. Made quite a few good passes. So there's a few in the first half through the defence to Solanke. We just couldn't convert in the first half, but his defender was not on him at all. So so I gave him a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I might have even been tempted with an 8 for Brooksy because I thought he'd really come into it in the second half. But yeah, I agree with you. He picks up space and pockets so well, and he's such a hard player to mark. He's so clever, and when he can get up to full fitness as well, I think he's going to take everyone on in this league. So looking forward to seeing more from him. Another goal for Arnie, Dan Juma, and once again provides that bit of magic when you need him to. What did you think of Arnie's performance?
A little bit sloppy in the first half, trying to get past the defender, but then once he starts getting his rhythm going, he's just skillful. Got the goal, and then one of the biggest threats, especially when he's through on goal. So I gave him an 8 out of 10. Yeah,
I think that's fair. He got his goal as well, and like you say, that's probably the bit with Arnie. Sometimes it can be a bit frustrating because you think, why are you trying to nutmeg there, or what are you doing? Tried too many flicks and tricks sometimes. But then, when he's just a bit more direct, just runs at his fullback and just he can be classy at times, and he keeps getting the numbers at the end of the day. He keeps just putting out a goal, and fair play to him. Another goal for him, and I do love what Arnie's bringing at the moment. And just trying to find the main man, your dad's favourite. The goal machine himself, Dom Solanke. Absolutely, I don't know what you feel. I was absolutely buzzing for him because I don't know what your thoughts are on the whole as well from Dom, because I've been someone that I love Dom because I think he provides so much, but I can't argue with the fact he's a striker that's not scoring enough goals. So I was so pleased that he got a couple today. What did you make of Dom?
Yeah, he's very, very solid player. He was a little bit sloppy in the first half. Then Tyndall probably gave him a little bit of a battering in the change rooms. And after 55 minutes, he found his rhythm. He got the 2 goals. He had his confidence when we were on the attacking front. So getting the 2 goals obviously lifted him. Now he's probably more confident in front of goal.
Yeah.
And I gave him a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, fair enough. And yeah, like you say, it's all about now. Hopefully, that'll spark a bit of confidence in Dom, and we can see if we can get on a little run, just get a couple more goals in the next few games, then we're laughing because he brings a lot more to the team. We just need to add a few more goals. Obviously, half time, like we said, he took Rico off. He moved Kelly to left back, and Meps come in at centre half. And to be fair, no one's going to really talk about Meps because obviously it was an attacking change in the second half. You know, we obviously scored 4 goals. It was all about our offensive play. But to be fair, when we made that change, it seemed to help an awful lot. So I think Meps deserves a bit of credit. What do you think?
Yeah, like I said, in the first 10-15 minutes of the second half, we still kind of were on the back foot. So Mepham, he kept himself solid, and he had made some good tackles. But then, like you said, after we got on the front foot, we didn't really see much of him. So I give him a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like you say, it was more of an offensive performance in that second half. But he provided that balance, I guess, and having him as an option to come on, and that allowed us to move Kelly over to left back. So that's a great option to have. Just looking through, because it's a nightmare now, because we don't know how many subs you're allowed to make. It's bloody loads now. So I'm trying to think of who else come on. Roro come on. Like I said, I can't remember exactly. I think he come on literally straight after a goal, didn't he? For Junior, and he obviously, it was nice for him to come on against Reading. But what do you think of Roro? Because I think he keeps getting little cameo appearances, but we're not seeing an awful lot of him because he's not getting a lot of time.
He was great. He was okay during when he came on in the last few minutes. He had a few chances, maybe making a few 1-2s, but just not really coming off after we got the 3rd goal. Yeah. So I gave him a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough, mate. And to be honest, I think the others was we brought on Namdi off the board, didn't we? And Jack Simpson, but it was literally right at the end, wasted a bit of time, put some fresh legs on. But I can't even really remember him ever touching the ball, so it'd probably be unfair to give them a rating. But I think we should give the gaffer one, Jason Tyndall. Be interested to see what you think. I think it's, from my perspective, I don't really know what more people want. He put out a team, played the 4 at the back, played the system that people want to see, play the team that most people see if you agree, but the team that most people wanted to see. And then half time, Rico was the worst player, so he took him off, and we ended up getting 4 goals and winning the game. So I don't know what more Jason could do, but what did you make of the team selection and the changes as a whole?
I thought it was decent going 4 at the back. We haven't really seen it as much this season going 3 at the back, but deciding to making the 4, and then at half time 2-0 down, taking off Rico, it kind of changed the game because we got more momentum going. So it's obviously I had a talk with them in the change rooms. Yeah. So I gave him. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10, maybe a 7.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear that last bit. I'm going for an 8. Yeah, no, I think he deserves credit, like you say. Whatever he said at half time, there's a case for. I definitely think that we're not just today. We're better in the second half of games, virtually all season. So you can say that's a positive because Jason's getting into them at half time, changing things. But equally, you can say, why are they not going out like that? I think there's probably a little bit of teams are pressing us quite high, making it hard, getting right into us, and then they're tiring, and our quality seems to be shining through. What do you think in terms of like we just mentioned there, about the system and the 4 at the back? We've obviously played a 3 at the back. What would you like to see going forward? And say for Tuesday, obviously we don't know about fitness and stuff like that, but what would you change from today's lineup and system and that for Tuesday? Is there anything you would like to see different?
Maybe there's opportunities to try both formations, the 3 at the back and the 4 at the back. Maybe starting off with the 3 at the back with the Jack Stacey little injury that happened during the game. Yeah, and then if it's not working out, you're able to move 4 at the back by bringing him on. So
yeah, it's a good point. I think Jack's played a lot of football as well because he played in the Cups as well, didn't he? So I think with Smithy kind of precautionary, I don't think he was really badly injured. I wouldn't be surprised if Smithy would have come in for Stacey. And I forget, we've still got people like Gosling who didn't even get on today, which is interesting. But we'll see how the likes of Lerma and Brooks and players that have been away on international duty, how they recover for Tuesday. But it should be an interesting one Tuesday, mate. Obviously, Harry Arter might play, Lewis Grabban might play. I think they've got Lyle Taylor as well. I think they lost in the end today. So Forest haven't started great, so they'll be looking to make up for that. We'll go for an early prediction. What are you predicting for Tuesday night?
I'm predicting a 2-1 win.
2-1 win. Dom 2? What do you think? Dom, no, another brace?
I reckon Sam Surridge is going to come on at the end and at least get a goal. And maybe Dom might start and get an early goal.
Yeah, no, hopefully if we can back it up with another win, that would be great to see, mate. It would be awesome. And cheers for coming on, Owen. And I think it's fair to say all fans watching prefer you to your dad anyway. So I think, we want to see more of you, mate. But thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
Cheers, Owen. And great to see Owen on. And I think everyone must agree that is. We all love Kirky. We all love Kirk. But I tell you what, whack it in the comments. Owen or Kirk, do you know what I mean? Now we've got a Kirk likes to talk about his football, and Owen is clearly the same. So great to see, and let us know what you think. If there's any ratings there or any things that we said that you potentially disagree with, if there's anything you want to see different on Tuesday, I think it's interesting with the system and the players, and obviously this rotation. Hard to play the same 11 in a few days' time, especially with the internationals. So how many do you rotate? You don't want to overdo it. It's going to be interesting, but we got the win again. We're right up that top of the league. And, we're still getting the results. Let's see how it goes. I still think there's more to come from the team as well. So let me know what you think. Cheers for watching. And, let's bring on Tuesday night Jason Tyndall and the promotion party. Up the Cherries.